Hey Rebecca, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that my work is going to be hosting a barbecue this weekend. You better start getting ready for it now.
Wait, what? There's going to be a big barbecue this weekend?
That's right. It's just a reward for the staff for making half of their sales quota before the quarter is even half over. It's just a way of saying thank you for all the hard work they've done.
Well, yes, that certainly is something that should be celebrated. Those are some big feats. But maybe your staff would be more grateful if they receive a little extra time off work? I mean, to have to come into an office cookout on your weekend when you've already been working so hard. I just think they might appreciate getting to spend some more time at home.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You don't like the barbecue idea? But we collect a little bit from everyone every month so that we can throw these kinds of office parties. I was going to arrange some really nice food and it was going to be a good time.
I'm sure that you were, and I'm sure that all the food would be good. But if they've all been working hard, maybe it's better to give them a chance to rest. I mean, I feel like you've all been working every single weekend already as it is. I just feel like you might have already made them give up enough of their weekends for work. Think of all the plans that have had to be cancelled with family and friends just to put that time back in working.
That's totally normal for our office. I'm sure that nobody minded having to work on the weekend at all. Besides, the barbecue isn't going to be work, it's going to be fun. That's how I'm thanking them.
It might not be work, but it's just going to be the same people from the office all using their weekend to spend time with each other.
Okay, I get it. How about I let the staff bring their family and maybe even a +1 if it's just a friend?
I really don't think that you're seeing the point I'm trying to make. I don't think it matters how nice the barbecue is. I think people just wanted a break in general from the company. If they want to have a barbecue with their friends, just give them some extra time off and that's what they'll do.
You seriously have no idea what you're talking about. I'm the boss, and I want to show that I care for my employees by throwing them a party. What part of that don't you like? I know that they will work hard for me, and as their boss, it's my job to show that I appreciate them.
And I understand those feelings, and think that the sentiment is a really good one. But I'm just saying that people might not appreciate feeling like going to what could be perceived as a mandatory office function on the weekend.
Okay, I've had just about enough out of you. I'm the CEO of this company, and if I say I want a barbecue, then I'm having a barbecue. I didn't come here for your advice about the event. I came here to tell you to go out and buy the things we'll need for it. And don't ever talk to me like this again. It's completely humiliating for someone of my standing to be talked down to like that.
Hey Rebecca, guess what? I think I saw you at the grocery store across the street from Highland High. Were you just in there? I saw that you had a huge cart filled all the way up. I was thinking, what kind of person needs all that stuff? But then I looked up and it was you pushing the cart. Wait a second, is this Kate? Oh my gosh, I don't think we've spoken since high school. How long has it been? And yes, I probably was the lady with the very full cart that you saw earlier. But wow, you really know how to pick me out of a crowd. It took me a second for my brain to click, but I was sure it was you after that. I still can't believe the coincidence though. Who would have thought? Well, I wish that you would have said something or come over to chat for a bit. I would have loved seeing you in person. No, I've been in those shoes before when you're heaping up things in a shopping cart. It's really no way for either person to carry on a conversation. Although, that supermarket is quite fancy, right? And I'm pretty sure I saw your cart full of different meats. Just what are you shopping for, if you don't mind me asking? Are you working? No, I'm not working. I'm just a housewife, really. But I was out shopping for all of that because my husband asked me to get that. Wait a second. Housewife? Husband? So you're married? That's right. I've been married a few years now. But my husband is holding a barbecue for his employees and it was kind of last minute. So he sent me out to do the shopping for it. Hold on a second. You can't be dropping these little hints from me. Your husband is throwing away a party for his employees? Wouldn't that make your husband like a CEO or something? Pretty much. He does own and run his own company. And so even though I don't have a job, I still do a lot to support him from the background. I don't believe it. This is so crazy. I mean, you were always so quiet and plain in high school, and now you're married to a CEO. That must be lavish. It's really not all that it's cracked up to be. I promised. Besides, you shouldn't get the wrong idea. My husband's company isn't even that big. Hey, a CEO is still a CEO. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that makes you the wife of a CEO, which is also nothing to wag a stick at. Not to mention the fact that your husband is all the type of nice, caring boss who would go out and throw a company barbecue on his dime. I bet you must have an amazing life, huh? No, I'm telling you that it really isn't anything like that at all. Oh, come on. There's no need to be humble with these things. I mean, did I or did I not catch you at a fancy supermarket with a cart full of meat? You know, I actually recently broke up with my boyfriend and he kicked me out of our place. I've had to budget really carefully and have been skipping a meal basically every day since then. So I guess it's just kind of incredible to see an old classmate like you living the way you are. Wait a second, you don't have a place to live anymore? Are you serious about that, Kate? It's true, I'm afraid. I was living with my boyfriend for a while and waiting for him to propose to me. I was prepared to quit my job to support his career, just like you're doing for your husband. But then he told me that he didn't want to be married to a housewife. Plus, he told me that he was never going to propose to me, and before I knew it, things were over between us. Oh my gosh, Kate, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's just horrible. I know, but after all that happened, I didn't have anywhere to go, and so I ended up moving into this tiny little apartment. And I hate having to limit what I eat every day. It sucks. I just feel like I was dealt a really lousy hand, and I hope things turn around soon. Oh, Kate. Well, do you have anything going for you now that makes you think things might do that soon? Actually, now that you mention it, I did meet someone new recently. And honestly, given everything that's going on in my life, the timing could not have been better for me. Well, anyways, I feel like I've taken enough of your time complaining about my life, and unfortunately, I have to go and take care of some things right now. But anyways, I hope you're enjoying your life right now, Rebecca. Kate, are you there? Please pick up the phone. I want to know what's going on right now. I'm serious. You open the front door and come out here. You're in my house, you know. Just what are you even doing here anyways? And why did you throw me out of my own home? Oh, Becca, I'm so sorry about this, but I'm afraid that it isn't your house any longer. You see, I've decided that I'm going to take your life and make it mine. Just what is that supposed to mean? It means that I've made Aaron all mine. I'm going to be his new wife, so he doesn't have a need for you anymore. Just get lost already. Excuse me? Are you kidding me right now? What does Aaron have to do with any of this, and what do you mean he's yours now? And why are you treating me as if we're still not husband and wife? You're saying that this is all some kind of plot of yours or something to steal my life? Well, I guess in a nutshell, yeah, that's about right. Let me say it again. I stole your husband, Aaron, from you. He is now all mine, and he's head over heels in love with me. He's already sent out papers to start the divorce process with you, and we've already gone through our civil ceremony to be married. Wait, what? He sent out divorce papers without talking to me about any of this first? He's actually sitting right here next to me and is saying how happy he is that we're married. Oh, wait just a minute. So then, you plan to cheat on my husband? I don't get it. I thought that you and I were old friends, but instead, you made my husband divorce me? I have to say that I really am so thankful that I happened to see you that day in the store. You led me straight to your husband, and after that, it was all too easy. I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, after we talked, I did some digging around and figured out where you were living. After that, I staked out your place and waited until your husband went out to go run some errands. I followed him and then pretending like I was just running into him. But unlike a plain Jane like you, I have the feminine charms that can make any man swoon over me. So you're telling me that you've basically been seeing my husband ever since then? That's right. It's my first time ever being with a married man, but it was actually a lot easier than I expected. But then again, what else would you expect from someone as gorgeous as me? I don't even know what to say to you right now. Anyways, it seems to me like Aaron was just plain bored of having you around. He told me that he's been thinking of divorcing you for some time now. He says that he's sick of you always trying to tell him how to run his business, even though you're just a simple housewife. Honestly, you've made my job of stealing Aaron away that much easier. Is he kidding me with all of that nonsense? All I was doing was giving some input on ways that he could better try and improve company morale. But he always just thought of it as me nagging him? At least you finally understand that for yourself now. The job of a CEO's wife is to stand there and look pretty for the press. You're not there to think. You're there to do whatever your husband needs to succeed in his career. It isn't in our place to be telling him how to run his company. Do you actually really think that way? Of course I do. And look where not thinking that way has landed you, Rebecca. Did you really think that you would hold on to your man for long with an attitude like that? All you ever did was get in his way. That's why you should just leave him. Well, I suppose I really don't have any other choice but to leave him at this point. If he's the type of man to talk about me like that, running around with other women and be an all-around pig, then I don't want him in my life either. Except now you've lost your wealthy husband to me. I'm going to be the one living in the lap of luxury from now on. I'm going to steal your easy life, and there's nothing you can do about it. You mean you think that things are going to continue like that when my husband doesn't even have any employees left? But I suppose I really don't have a say in this matter either way. So fine, I'll leave, and you can have my so-called perfect life. I'll just find a new place to live. Now wait just 1 minute. What was that comment about having no employees? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, he held a barbecue for employees and I saw all the food that you bought. Why would you say something like that? Oh yes, when he had that, there were dozens of workers there. But everyone just couldn't stand working for that man anymore. So they all talked and agreed to quit at once. Wait, what? The whole staff quit at once? Are you kidding me? No. They all wrote their letters of resignation and tendered them at the same time. I was actually worried about how to break the news to Aaron, but when I got home, I caught him having his affair with you. That's when you threw me out of the house, and I decided that I'd rather have him find out on his own time. No, hold on, back up. How could the entire staff quit at once? That doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense as you knew the company as well as I did. You see, the whole company was actually building up resentment towards Aaron for quite some time. I had noticed it while I was helping him to run his business. I tried to warn him that people have their limits, but Aaron thought I was merely nagging him about how to do his job. I still don't get it. What happened? Here's the thing. I think that Aaron does have a sharp sense for how to run a business. After all, he managed to grow his to as large as it was. What he forgot to do, however, is remember that growth comes with a cost, and that you need to remember to care for the people who got your company to where it is. Essentially, he ignored the well-being of his workers and they'd had enough. So his entire staff really hated Aaron that much? Aaron is the type of person to make his work his life and doesn't mind coming home in on the weekends. But it was not the case for his staff, who were sick of being called in when they should have been relaxing. And while Aaron managed to squeeze some extra productivity out of them, it was only a matter of time until something had to give. So he made them come into the work on weekends? That's right. In fact, the barbecue was supposed to be a way of thanking for the staff for all their tireless effort. But I suggested that Aaron give them some extra time off instead. He of course ignored that and insisted that the cookout would solve everything. And after he had left and I was cleaning up, the staff came to me with a box of envelopes bearing their resignation letters. But if the staff of a whole company quits at once, then how is the business supposed to stay open? Yeah, that is not how you want to be running a company. Staffs don't always need a CEO to run a business, but I've yet to see a CEO who can run a business without a staff. And unless he's prepared to take on every single duty that needs doing to stay operational, there is going to have to be some serious downsizing. Downsizing? But wait, what about me? What about my luxurious new life? I was supposed to have it easy for the rest of my days. I guess you better go out and find some new people to work for Aaron then, huh? I sure hope you can find someone after all the negative reviews the employees left after they quit. This can't be happening. I don't believe it. But I really am sorry. I realize I'm overstepping, talking about all this business stuff as if I know what I'm talking about. Besides, I know that you love Aaron for Aaron, and you'll be able to work something out.
Hey, Rebecca, I heard all about what you said to Kate. Is it really true? Did all my staff really walk out on me?
I've already stopped by the house to put all their resignation letters in the mailbox. You can go and check yourself if you want.
Quit messing around. This is my life we're talking about here. How could they all do that to me after all I've given them? And for them to do it all behind my back, those little cowards, those ingrates, they all deserve to be taught a lesson. I've never felt so betrayed in my life.
And just what do those employees even have to be grateful for when it comes to you, huh? You think that you can just buy their souls with money? Keep them working for the rest of their lives? You should be the one thanking them for all they do for you. They have been working themselves to the bone to make your company just slightly more profit than they would on an average year. You were the one that drove them all to this, Aaron.
But they all voluntarily signed up for this job. They knew there would be overtime here.
If you really think that's an excuse for how you treated them, then just look at where that's landed you. But don't worry, you can always start over again with Kate by your side.
Oh, don't you worry about us. We're going to make it out of this just fine. I'm still a great businessman, and I can get myself out of any pinch. I'm a genius. You have to be to get where I am. I'm better than those wage slaves, and that's why I'm the boss. Don't they realize the risk I took investing in my company? That gives me the right to run it however I want with no complaints. I gave them a contract, and those ingrates are acting like they didn't know what they were getting themselves into. Well, I'm going to make sure that they never find work in this town again.
What do you mean by that, Aaron?
I mean, if those little animals want to try and take me down, I'll make sure I take them all down with me. I can ruin all of their careers with just a couple of phone calls. It would take nothing for me to do so.
You really are a terrible boss. Do you realize that, Aaron? But if you're really going to take things that far, then I'll hire them all myself. I know just how excellent they are as workers, and I'll treat them much better than you did.
And just what do you mean you're going to hire them?
Well, actually, when they all came to me telling me they were quitting, they told me that they wanted to start a worker-owned business together. But they asked if I would take the role as head of the company. They said that if I led them, they would all work for me.
Hold on a second. Are you serious? You mean they really asked for you to lead them in running a business? But you're just a housewife. You don't know the first thing about running a business. You're really going to lead all those people in some hippie pipe dream of a business.
Call it what you want, but it is happening. We've already convinced some of your largest clients to invest in our future as well.
You're really trying to poach my clients.
Your poor management didn't just affect the workers under you. It also made a trouble for the contractors who were constantly having to put special orders, which was harming the relationship between the workers and the bosses there as well. Your clients know that they can expect steady growth from us and don't feel the need to squeeze every last drop of profit of a fiscal year.
Well, that makes them morons.
And yet, you're the one without any clients, Aaron. I know that it's going to take time getting the new business back on track, but I have people counting on me, and I won't let them down. I will make this company thrive.
But I'm telling you that you can't. You don't know how. You don't have the temperament to be a leader. You're just a housewife. You have no idea how hard it is to manage everything and make it work. I'm the one with the good business sense. I'm the one who got everyone this far.
And you got everyone so far that they all decided they had enough of you. I'm not denying that you don't have know-how, but you need to understand the people have their limits. As a leader, you are more interested in the power than in responsibility. I'm not leading this company for glory or fame. I'm leading it because I've watched you manage, and I learned from your mistakes, and because I've realized that being part of the leader means being part of the team, not outside of the team.
You'll never make it work. I don't care if you've stolen all my employees and my contracts. You just don't have what it takes.
That's fine, because it's not just me. We're combining our expertise and we'll get through this together. So, may the best company win. Things weren't supposed to go this way. It was supposed to get easier after I married Aaron, not harder. How did my life come to this? What's the matter, Kate? I thought being married to a CEO was supposed to solve all of your problems. It was supposed to solve all of my problems. But it doesn't work when your CEO husband doesn't have any employees. I thought I would be just happy, but now I just want to leave Aaron. You mean that you two are going to get a divorce? But you just got married, didn't you? We did, and I thought I would be living a very different life than I am now. I stole your husband from you, and that was supposed to be the best thing that ever happened to me. But instead, I'm back to where I started, having to budget like there's no tomorrow. This whole plot was a complete failure. Wow, are things really that bad for you two? Are you really that surprised? Aaron has nothing left. His company is just an empty building, and he doesn't have any clients because you stole them all. This is all your fault. Are you kidding me? You were the one who stole Aaron away from me, right? And it was the staff that came to me and asked me to lead them. You're just mad because the staff made their opinions clear and left Aaron behind. But I hate living like this. Plus, Aaron has been so mean to me lately. He even said that he would put me to work since he wouldn't have to pay his wife as an employee. Can you believe that? He's got me working around the clock for him on all kinds of different things. Wow. Is he really making you work for him for free? He is. And on top of that, he still expects me to clean the house and cook all of his meals for him. I knew he's out there trying to find new clients and investors, but he doesn't realize that taking care of the house is a lot of work too. I hate my life. It was better before. At least then, I used to be poor and free. Now I'm poor and practically enslaved by this man. That really is a lot to be dealing with, Kate. I really just want things to end with him. Please, Becca. Can you help me? I need you to get me out of here. You want my help to fix your life? Well, I know that even if I divorce Aaron, I still won't get that much money out of him. This is why I stole him from you. But you have money, right? So you can help me out here. You're the only person I can turn to. Kate, I'm sorry that you're going through all of this, and I really sympathize with you. But this is your divorce, and you can handle it yourself. But I thought we were old friends. Is this really how you're going to treat me after all we've been through together? I'm sorry, but you were the one who came to me bragging about how you stole my husband from me. I really don't feel like I owe you anything. But you can't be serious, right? Look, I'm busy, and am about to start a meeting. I don't have time for this. Hold on just 1 second. You can't leave me like this. What's the matter with you? I'm sorry, but I've got to go. Good luck fixing your life. After that, Aaron declared for bankruptcy for both his business and himself. He may have certain skills necessary for running a company, but he forgot too often about the human element. Not long after that, I heard that him and Kate got divorced. Now, buried in debt, I'm sure Aaron is scheming a way back to take his old life. As for me and the new company I'm managing, we've received support from all over, and operations have been running smoothly. I ensure that all my employees are paid a fair wage, and instead of taking every money from them every month of office parties, I instead invest that money back into the employees through pay raises and days off. All the employees are more than welcome to socialize with each other on their own time. But we agreed, when we started this thing, that mandatory office fund was to be a thing of the past.